Hello guys, Josh MC2000 here. I'm back again, and today I'm going to be doing an episode of Comic Book Carnage. I have a review for you of Red Hood and Outlaws issue 31. Okay, so this one picks up from the very weird ending in the prison from issue 30. And basically, it's Jason confronting Solace, or the main villain. And I don't think it's Solace, I think it's Solitary? Yeah, Solitary. Well, basically, his father is this kind of deranged villain with a, like, weird, distorted face. And basically, like, he works with the guy that was in the tank from last issue. And they bring the prison down and kind of bury his entire operation. And, like, he kind of puts an end to him there because I get the distinct vibe he doesn't believe what he's selling, so he kind of pushes him like back and deals with him. And then we get the end shot of the comic, which is him visiting Roy's grave, and then it implies that he's heading back to Gotham City. And we get this very awesome shot at the end with him and two allies of his walking off with the dog in tow. And in the background, in between the trees, we have kind of like a silhouette or image of the Red Hood armor, like the original Red Hood armor, with the helmet and the jacket and everything. So, and he's stating he has to do a few things first, should go on ahead of him. Like, so I think we're kind of preparing now for him to return to Gotham, which I'm interested to see what he's going to do when he returns to Gotham. The next issue is called something along the lines of Now and Then the Prince of Gotham, which, like, that's what the issue is going to be called. So I'm not too sure where they're going to be going with this. However, I'm kind of interested. I'm not sure if they're going to be having the classic suit back, given that, like, silhouette. Is that kind of hinting that he's going to be having the classic suit back? I don't know. Probably not. Makes me wonder, are we going to be seeing, like, kind of like a Red Hood and Under the Red Hood type thing? Or are we going to be seeing, like, we're going to be seeing him coming back and dealing with something? I don't know. Because it tends to imply that, like, you know, I think Wingman, that was the guy, like, his old costume, was kind of like trying to get him to come and help out with something in Gotham, and I think basically he's going to deal with that. Or it's implied that he's going to deal with that. But ultimately, I do kind of like the bit at his grave, because he puts, like, Roy's cap on there, and he's a bit like, you know, I never told you this while you were alive, but I absolutely hated this cap. But, you know, I kind of like the fact that they have him kind of be, like, reflective, and I think he looks, I think the character looks really good and well drawn with, like, the clean suit and the trench coat there at the end. I think it's very suiting. I mean, it looks very Crime Boss-esque, but it's like, it also looks kind of suiting for the character, and it's like, you know, I could kind of see him wearing that when he's kind of in disguise or trying to go around discreetly. So I'll be interested to see where it goes from here. Are we gonna get a rematch with Batman? I don't know. I don't think it implies that's what's gonna happen. But anyway, I kind of glossed over the events of this issue, but it is predominantly action. Okay, yeah, there's talking throughout of it, as always, but it is predominantly him scuffling with people, and we find out that Artemis had something to do with the creation of, like, the experiment that Jason's father undergone, and we also realise that the tattoo he had prior isn't actually there. So that's kind of what leaves him to blow him off and not believe him, which is a very interesting scene, and it's very smart how it's done. But yeah, I just think the end scene that's a week later, outside of Seattle, with the headstone, I think it's a very neat little touch, and I do like the fact that it's Heroes in Crisis has had an effect on the character going forward. It's not just like a, in one issue, oh, Roy's dead, then like just goes back to being completely normal next issue. It has kind of had it's a mainstay thing, and it's become a character motivator, which I think is very good, because ultimately a character like Jason Todd, you kill one of his friends, he's gonna be motivated to, like... I don't like the fact that they've kind of said that he's not interested who did it, because I think it would be better if he now decided to go after try and find the person that killed Roy and go after them. I think that would be better, but also, I get that the writer's hands are tied by Heroes in Crisis, so they really can't do that. Also, can I just take a moment to say how awesome the cover art is for this issue, the variant cover? Kind of reminds me of Dishonored for some reason. I have no idea, but it kind of reminds me of Dishonored. But, yeah, so... just all around a really good issue, and I've actually really enjoyed this comic. I mean, Red Hood and Outlaws, it's been one of those that's very rarely let me down so far, which... Okay, there's little details, little niggly details that bother me. Like, say him using a crowbar as a main weapon. Just little things like that seem a little out of character. I mean, you could also say because of his twisted poeticness of choosing the Red Hood identity, you could also argue maybe the crowbar is maybe a statement of revenge or something. I don't know. Because I always kind of understood why he used the crowbar and Under the Red Hood on Joker, but I never got why he's using it now in this new story. It seems kind of strange, but oh well, never mind. It's one of those things, I guess. Overall, the new design has grown on me, and I do like the new design. So I'm not too bothered if we get the old one back or not. But you know, I'm just. One thing I will say about the main villain of Jason's father being like this kind of crime boss with like a government experiment type thing. I will say it's like, it's one of those things where I think it should have been given a bit more time, because I feel like we should have had an issue where he fights him and Solace gets away, and then Jason kind of like goes away and his thinking is a bit like, is this really like, is he really him? Is it lies? And then like you kind of like have it where it, I think the story arc should have been a little longer. I mean, I know the whole Underlife thing is kind of outstayed its welcome, because it's been here since issue 26, so it has been here for a number of issues, but I also at the same time think this villain should have been given a little more time. Excuse my phone. It's one problem I've had with Red Hood and Outlaws at the moment, or Red Hood Outlaw, sorry, at the moment. They don't seem to be giving the villains the time of day, which is kind of unfortunate. I just wish they'd give some villain, like especially this villain could have been interesting, but I feel like he wasn't given enough time on screen. I mean, okay. What we got was still fun, still worked, still good comics, still good escapism, but it's just... I just wish we could have had a little bit more depth to it. I mean, it was still good, still enjoyable, still a good read. I didn't, like, feel disappointed or didn't like it after finished reading it. I just wish there was a little more meat to it, you know what I mean? Like, you know, because I think a big problem with Lobdell's Red Hood run that he's had on both of them is he'll get to a point where he just glosses over stuff, and it's a bit like, well, why are you glossing over such stuff? Like, focus in on that. That's cool. Give me a few issues on that. Don't just give me one and skim over it. I mean, it's kind of like other details, like the implied history he had with Rose. We got a throwaway comment at that, and it's like, why? Give us an issue about that. That's interesting. I want to see that. Like, what happened there? I want to see that. But no, you see other stuff you're not interested in, and it's like, I want to see that. What happened there? Like, and then you get like, I don't know, you have stuff like this where it's like just really quick, and it's like, god damn it, couldn't that have been like 2 or 3 issues? Like, oh, I mean, The idea is good. It's just you just wish there was more to it. I mean, and the annoying thing is now I'm interested to see where it goes, and I gotta wait till 32 next month. I gotta wait a month. This is what I hate about monthly comics. You have to wait a month. Oh my god. I've got to wait until, like, March now, I think. No, not March, is it? Yeah, I got to wait till March now. God damn it. Oh, man. Honestly, I need to get a time machine, man. Flipping go to March and come back after I've read it. Oh, anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.